Well, good afternoon, folks. We are back out here on a little lake to do a little more fishing. I did a little more yesterday with one of my buddies. I didn't film nothing. Oh, there's a pair of loons right in front of us. We've been out here about, 10 minutes. Caught one little pike, so I threw the camera on and had to retie my jig on after I caught that pike, and that was a struggle because I forgot my glasses. So if I break off again, I'm gonna go home and cry. I'll probably have to go back to my truck to get a pair of glasses, but yeah, so far it's cloudy day today. It was supposed to rain all day, but there's chances of rain this afternoon. We'll see if that happens or not. It's getting pretty cloudy, so it's a good possibility we can have some rain. Look up for some bluegill or pike or whatever wants to bite. We caught some bluegill and some bass yesterday and a few pike, but just up in the shallows again. And just seeing what we can catch. That pike bit a worm. Just a regular old leaf worm, red worm, whatever you want to call them. Depends on what bait dealer you get them from, what they call them. Up here they're either red worms or leaf worms. Pretty much the same thing, I think, but correct me if I'm wrong. On my last video I had somebody ask what this rod and reel combo was. This is the Royal Legend Pro spinning reel, 1000 size, KastKing, and the rod is one that I built. It is an MHX color series out of the spinning blank line. It is a 6'6" Ultralight with I think it's a fast action. I believe it's a fast action. Yes, and that's that setup. So if you want that rod, you gotta buy the parts and build it yourself. You can't buy this particular rod from any rod manufacturer already built. So, and building rods not that difficult. Takes a little bit of time. It's hard for me with my arthritis in my hand. It's kind of hard to do this stuff because everything's so small. Glad I had a bite. Might have been a weed. Sorry, the line's small, like everything's small. The guides are small, and you gotta grind the feet of the guide. You gotta do that's a lot of work, but it's worthwhile. And instead of spending $1 bazillion on a fishing rod, you can build one yourself for cheaper. Or, I guess it all depends on what you want to build too, because there's some pretty expensive blanks. That's for sure. We're just fishing this real shallow flooded edge again, like we were on the other lake in the previous video. If you haven't seen that, go back and check that out. Got on a bunch of nice bluegill. Not a bunch of big ones yet, but I caught some pretty good sized ones yesterday. I haven't seen many up here in the shallows yet, so I'm not sure they're in this. Oh, there's one. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I think it's a bluegill, but maybe a rock bass. I don't know. It's got me on a stick over here, I think. Yep, we're going to have to go over here and try to... Oh, here he comes. I got him loose, or he came loose, or whatever. It's like a little rock bass. Oh, yeah. First rock bass of the season. A chunky guy. Oh, boy, that's a fat fella. Hang on, girl. I'll get you out of here. All right. Nice little Rocco Taco. Thanks for playing, buddy. He was up shallow. You're right next to that birch tree. We found a bunch of bluegill next to a birch tree in the water yesterday, too. So I'm going to toss back up in there by that birch tree and see if there's more fish. There's a brand new dock. Oh, I thought I had a bite, but it might have been my imagination. Wind's blowing pretty good at the moment, so I'm trying to stay to the southwest side of the lake where the wind's coming from. Oh, I think I'm snaggled up now. Wonderbar. Can't afford to break off because I can't see to retire without going back and getting a pair of glasses. I haven't seen any other fish up in here either. I got it. Bottomed out on the tree branches. Oh, there's a big old red and white bobber up there. Get out of that tree. Okay. I think we got clearance now to paddle. What you looking at, boo? Huh, puppers? Creek drains out right there, I think. It's too shallow for this here boat. I mean, we could put the pedals up and probably go back in there, but... Ooh. Metal dock, too. Tink, tink. Definitely a lot of beds in here from last year. But I remember coming through here last year and catching lots of pumpkin seeds along this shoreline. That's a big old tree in the water here behind us. Well, right next to us now. It's a long pine tree. It was tall. It was a tall feller. Oh, I thought we had a fish. We got ourselves some grass. Some kind of grass. I don't know what it is. But the lakes up here are full of this kind of stuff. The bottom structure crud. It's probably going to get hard to fish from here on out if I keep going this way. I don't know. Well, the cove, okay, might be able to get into the cove over there. The wind looks like it's switching directions. Might have to try a little deeper too. Water temp here is 56.95 right here right now. Yep, more weeds. Might need a bigger worm on that sucker. That was a skinny little feller. You might have to book it to the cove. We can't get nothing over here. Or if the wind starts blowing, because the wind was coming from the other direction when we got here. Coming out of the southwest. Now it's kind of almost like a northwest. Northwest. Might be bringing in some rain. Yay. I'm not too worried about getting a little wet. There must be some weeds on my worm. Yep. There's the wind. I missed it for a second or two. What the heck? Where did it go? Come on. You can't be... What the... Really? What did... Yep, now we're going to get pushed to the other side of the lake. I think we're going to scoot over here to the cove. I'll be back with you here shortly. But we are back. It's 2 days later. 2 days later. Friday, when we were switching from one side of the lake to the other, the wind picked up and the storm hit and everything got wet and there was thunder and lightning, so we bailed off the water. It was pretty type of yesterday too. It was really chilly, so we didn't do nothing yesterday. So we're back out here. It's the Sunday. We were when this video started, it was Friday. It's now Sunday, so I'm just floating with the wind here. We just got on the water, just throwing a little chatterbait up along the wood, hoping for a pike or a bass or something. And we're doing a little float. We're gonna make it over to the cove where we were headed Friday, and we didn't make it because the storm got to us first. Let me wet my... I'm sitting on a cushion today that my buddy left in my truck the other day when we went fishing, and it's really tall. It might be too tall, but I can really see in this thing now. But it's hard to reach the water with my net, so I don't know. I might have to take this thing and I might hit that log up there. I thought I had a bite. I think it was the log. It's a decent breeze today from the southeast, I believe. Let me tell you what I'm using here. I got a question the other day. This is my chatterbait, kind of a bluegill pattern. This is the KastKing Virus BFS reel. You can't get it in the United States. It is a overseas only deal, I guess. So I got mine off of Temu, and this is a 7-foot light action CRB rod blank that I built. It's a yellow rod. It's a CRB color series rod. I like the colors. I like colorful stuff. I don't know. Just do. But anyway, that's what I'm using at the moment. I had a question on my last video about the purple rod, and I'll go over that here shortly. I'll probably make a little short about that too, just so it's there, and it'll probably get more views anyway. But yeah, I'll go over that. We're just trying to see who we can catch. I'm going to give it here a few more minutes with the chatterbait, and then I'm going to get the ultralight out and I'm going to throw just a little leaf worm round again. See if I can catch anything up in the flooded timber or wherever. Water temp today is 56.59 degrees. There's a boat on the water or something, and Ellie's growling at it, so you know. Gotta love her. I'm hoping maybe being up this much taller on this seat cushion that you guys will be able to see better too. I could put it on a head mount, but I really don't want to do that, because my luck, you guys will wind up in the water, hat and all, sink, gone. I'd have to put some kind of a float on it just in case it did fall in the water. Try not to throw into the brush or get snagged. And we're in 3.7 feet of water at the moment. And that's in front of me. I turned my transducer around. Before it was facing, so it'd be normally like it was out the back of your boat. It shoots behind you. I don't want that. I want to see in front of me, so I turned it backwards. So I'm now seeing in front of me instead of what's behind me, what I've passed. I'm seeing what I'm coming up to instead of what I've passed already, which will be nice. then I can actually use it almost like a live scope, because you can still see your bait as you drop it down in front of it. I got the chart speed pretty fast. I got chart speed all the way up, I do believe, so I always keep my chart speed cranked, so it's always a fresh screen. I'm surprised I've gotten a bite off none of this timber yet. There's a bunch of trees laying down here. There's going to be a bass or a pike or something laying up in here. We are moving at a, whoa, what is it? That's the time. Well, we're moving slow enough to where it's not even registering that we're moving on the GPS, so we're not going too fast. It's supposed to be a 5 to 10 mile an hour wind today. So tomorrow is supposed to get breezy, as they call it. So like 15 to 25 would probably be the winds for tomorrow. But it's supposed to be warmer. So, but I wanted to go fishing tomorrow, but with the way the wind's supposed to be, it's not going to work out, I don't think. I guess it'll be too windy. Nothing. 25 mile an hour winds in a kayak's not the best thing to do. Don't get me wrong, I've done it. It's not easy, and it's really not that fun, to be honest with you. So, I just took that branch that I was going to snag it. It's that thumb control. I got no one to stop it. My thumb's always ready to pounce on that spool. A lot of guys will crank their drag right down tight and set the hook with the drag, and then they'll complain that they'll get backlashes on their following cast, especially with braid, because it digs into itself. But no, I use the drag, what it's made for, fighting the fish, and I set the hook with my thumb. When you go to set your hook, just put your thumb on your spool so your spool can't turn. Especially on a PFS reel. The spools are pretty thin and shallow and lightweight. You don't want to bend the crap out of your spool. That's why I don't use mono. I don't use mono anyway on anything but spinning reels and ice rods. My Ultralight and my ice rods and everything that I have mono on. Everything else I put braid on. When I first started throwing a bait casting reel, braid wasn't even a thing yet. It was a mono, and that was about it, and it wasn't very good mono. So, but yeah, it's just a whole lot better time now with the quality of line and stuff that they have. But they're pretty proud of it, though. That's for sure. I'm a vicious guy when it comes to my mono. I buy the vicious mono. The orange rod has vicious 10-pound braid on it. This one has, I think the backer on the bottom is 7-pound vicious braid, panfish braid. And the top is, I'm not sure what, I can't remember. It's probably a Berkeley Fireline. I like Berkeley Fireline. It's thin, it's strong, casts really nice. No, we're not getting no bites yet. According to the fish deal on the app, it says it's a 17% chance, 17% day. Whether that means 17% chance you're going to catch fish or you're not going to catch fish, I'm not sure. Sometimes when it's a lower number, I catch my most fish. So you take it with a grain of salt. Wind's gonna turn us now. The old puppy dog back there, She's just chilling. Well, it's just a big old turtle on that log, but he bailed already. There's a lot of logs in here. I should be tossing around the worm on that on that ultralight. Get blown into shore here pretty quick. This is my purple rod, my ultralight combo. It is the KastKing Royal Legend Pro size 1000, and that is an MHX blank. That is the spinning rod series, 6'6" ultralight. In there, I think it's purple passion or some kind of purple color. It matched the reel pretty well, so I went with that. It's a great reel, and it's a great rod, so it's an amazing combo. I absolutely love it. Excuse me. A little bit of gas. Oh, what happened? It come right through the... There we go. Let's see if we can catch a few bluegill. Nope, we can catch a log though. I had a feeling it might do that on that because it was right up already. I tossed it right up over the side of this one branch, so. Where's it actually at? On a piece of grass. Yeah, it was on a piece of grass actually. Oops, sorry for banging the camera with the reel. See, you can see the pine trees down there. Maybe you can't, I'm not sure. There's trees all over the place. Kayak's claim to fame is definitely not its maneuverability, I'll tell you that. She no turn tight. She turns okay when you're moving pretty good, but once you stop moving, that's about it. I'll probably catch that turtle that was over there. He'd be a fight if it was a big turtle. I just don't think there's anything up close like there is on that other lake I've been fishing, bluegill wise. That's a big old tree there. You figured it'd be up shallow though. Looking for some warm water. There goes a turtle off the shore. He was up on a little skinny branch. It was actually overhanging the water. He just launched into the water. Piece of grass on the old worm. seem to be any fish up shallow. I might try to go out a little deeper while we're working our way to the cove. This guy's gonna beat us into the cove. That's great. I hate that. I wanted to fish the cove alone, but it is what it is. I'm gonna try about 6-8 feet depth wise. More. Go figure if I rain on us again. It's not supposed to rain at all today, but not saying it won't. There goes my worm. Just casted that sucker right off the hook. Yep, he gone. My jig went one way and the worm went the complete opposite. Guess I must have casted too hard. I flunged him right off the hook. A lot of weeds in this area, not a very good bottom to be. A lot of grass. Not the best area to be flinging a worm, I guess. Might just go back to that chatterbait for a few. Might go back. Might throw the Zephyr with the BFS Zephyr with the old handmade spinnerbait too. I could throw that around. Bluegill will eat that, crappie will eat that, bass will eat that, pike will eat that, everything eats that. I would like to get a couple of those really small chatterbaits though, the micro ones. Chatterbait's kind of heavy, so in this BFS reel, it really lets it fly out there. This is a nice flat. In the summertime, I was casting out here last year. You guys remember top water? We were hitting top water out here like crazy. Come on, fishies. You know, if I go in that cove, the guy's gonna be like, oh, why this guy gotta be following me? Sucker. He's just lucky he cut me off. Everything must be out a little deeper, I'm assuming. It's 55.95 degrees over here, so it's actually a little cooler than it was by the boat ramp. But he's not going to be fishing how I am or what I'm fishing for, so when I get in there anyway, we're going to be fishing for, he looks like he's doing the same thing I'm doing right now, casting for bass, but he's out over pretty deep water too, so I'm going to be up a lot closer towards shore. Probably could have went back to where I was fishing before, catching bluegill, but I wanted to try something different. Well, you guys ain't looking at the same piece of water all the time. Sorry about that. There goes a big ol'. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. I can't even see it in the screen. Big old jet headed to Traverse City. What's showing up? Sounds like I got a piece of line twisted up in there somewhere. sure what's going on, but I don't like that ticking sound when I'm reeling. That usually means there's a piece of line screwed up somewhere. There we go. This reel has upgraded bearings in it. It has micro bearings in it. Stainless steel micro bearings, I do believe they're not the ceramic ones. I gotta plug you guys in, keep you guys charged up. And there we go, back on the charge. This thing the batteries die fast in these cameras, so I just use my little Milwaukee battery adapter and charge it, keep it charging. Pretty nice day out. It's a little cool. It's supposed to be in the 60s. I'm not sure what the air temperature is, but it ain't warm, super warm yet, but it's not terrible. I think he's gonna move out. Thank you, sir. Maybe not. Oh, maybe he's motor stalled. Gas is fast as long as it's running. If it ain't running, you're not going very fast. This thing never goes very fast. So I'm not worried about it. Might have to put you guys on standby until I can find some fish, some fishies. We're gonna get caught on that reed, I think. Nope, we come over it. I hit another reed. I thought it was a fish. Well, I thought I had a bite. It was not. Now that we're getting into a little bit deeper water, switch back over to the Ultralight, the purple combo. Just gonna toss it up a little bit. There's about 9 feet of water, or 10 feet of water where that cast was at, probably. Maybe there'll be a bluegill hanging out on the bottom. I'm sure they're just pre-staging for the spawn. I don't think they spawn to like 65-degree water temps or something. Here we go, folks. Got us a little bluegill. Just a little feller. At least we ain't skunked for the day. Cute little guy. He was up shallow. Thanks for playing. Nice. I had you guys pause for a second while I was trying to find some fish. I found him. He was up pretty close. Oh, careful. Careful, you're gonna be in the bushes. Water temp here is 56.03. I didn't even feel that fish bite. I just picked up and it was there. I was like, oh, that's a fish. It was. It was a fishy, fishy, fishy. And the wind's gonna rip. As soon as we find a fish, the wind's gonna blow us to wherever it wants us to go now. I got a piece of grass. Yep. This lake's got zebra mussels in it too. Not that many. The last lake I've been fishing, one of my big bluegill lakes, it's got lots of zebra mussels in it now. I don't know where they came from. Somebody brought them in, I'm sure. Oop, into the grass. A lot of grass on the side of this lake. Oh, it's the same kind of crap that's on the bottom of the other when we were fishing. Nasty stuff. Try to cast up in this little pocket without catching some branches. Nice big old log. Throw it right next to that big old log. Nothing. What in the world is going on over there? Some kind of, I don't know, power washing going on, or something going on over there, and it's on the little lake shore. don't know how I keep getting snagged, but I do. Must have thrown it over another stick or something. Oh, yeah, there's a pile of branches right there. Gonna have to make some more weedless jig heads. There we go. We're gonna hit that with the pedal drive. That longs up pretty far. We're gonna hit these with the pedal drive too, I think. And we just come across. Oh yeah, we're gonna crash right into all this stuff with the pedal drive, maybe. No, maybe not. No, we got it crashed. Haha! Not seeing no fish though up close. Something took off right in front of us though. Probably some look like probably some minnows. I did see some minnows at the boat ramp. So the water temps are warming up to where we get bluegills up there, not the bluegills, but the bait fish up to the boat ramp. I guess throw my minnow trap in there and get some minnows, some bait fish. Okay, back to go. I just gave her her chew stick. She's being back there, she's being a good girl. Nice and quiet. Only barked a couple times. Not really barked loud, but just sound the alarm bark. She's hanging her head over the side of her bed, so it's probably making her choke a little bit. Goofball. There's quite a few old, looks like bluegill beds up in here, probably from last year, so I'm sure there'll be bluegill up in here in this area again. And probably to the other direction of me right now in the deeper water, but that little jig's hard to get down there because it's so lightweight. You okay, girl? Like she can answer me. What's up, puppy dog? Oh, we gotta get new. Yeah, in the midst of the storm the other day, it pretty much disheveled the umbrella. I gotta get her a new umbrella. Some big dogs barking. You know, here she goes. I know you hear them. I hear them too. She got the grrr going now. Right. I know. I hear them. You're silly. They got a piece of grass, yep. Not really marking anything on the screen either, which tells me they're probably still pretty deep and probably hugging the bottom. It's 56.22 over here degrees. Over here degrees. Degrees over here. You know. I can see right down to the bottom. We're in probably looking down in probably 8-9 feet of water. There's a stick sticking up down there out of the bottom. It's been a post that's straight up and down, so it's not something natural. I can't see any fish down there. Got this one big tree coming up over here that comes out kind of deep. Let's see if we can get over here, cast to it. There was some big bass hanging on it last year, but I couldn't hardly catch any of them. They'd always see me coming. Of course, debris. Let's pitch that over there. Let it sink down to the bottom. The tree comes way out to here, and the branches are way out here. And we're like 20 feet of water. The tree's still coming out. Like nothing down there. Guess we can go up real shallow. See if they're up real shallow. I caught that one up real shallow, but that's the first bite I've had, so let's see if we can find a few more. Yeah, this is all sandy over here, so this is a great bedding area for the bluegill. So if they're not up here, they gotta be right out in here somewhere in front of this area. Oh, there was a bite. It was a quick bite too. Must be dinkers. Had another bite. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. Could use them for pike bait or bass bait. Look at that little guy. Oh, that's too funny. Cute. Oh, that's funny. He was a tiny little feller. Well, no monsters today. Yet. I'm sure the big ones are not too far away. Probably the smallest one I've caught all year. So far. The year's still young though. We have a fish if we got weeds on. I think we got weeds, yo. Oh, jeepers. Oh, look out. Sometimes you gotta have fast reflexes on the water, folks. Throw it by that floating dock thingy platform. All moldy, mossy. Moss back. Yeah, I haven't spooked a fish that I know of. I haven't seen anything swimming around. I guess I'm lucky to get the 2 dinkers I've gotten so far. There's beds way out here. There are beds everywhere over here, so them bluegill gotta be relatively close to this area. There's some little minnows underneath them trees. Might have to toss down the anchor and just do some sitting and fishing. Try to pick her apart one spot. Yeah, there's beds everywhere, so there's got to be bluegill close by this area. Whether they're on bottom or they are suspended, I don't know. Could probably tie on a tungsten and get down there pretty quick and fish them faster, or try to find them faster than this thing. It goes pretty slow. It's pretty light, so it sinks pretty slow. I'm gonna change my worm. Ah. What chunky one. It's a big dog. There's just not much up shallow here yet. Oh, there was a bite, like a little guy. Yeah, little dinky dink. I could see him. Teeny tiny, like a minnow. There's a turtle on the cattails up there. That's funny. Oh, I think that was a pike. Yep. Oh, he spit it. Where did he go? There's a little pike come out and smoked it, and then he spit it out. I don't know where he took off. That was cool. Did a little damage to that worm, but old pike bite, little hammer handle. Big old ball of nastiness. Come on, worm, get off of there. Shut up, goofball. Ain't even nothing there. See a bunch of minnows. A little bluegill, and watched him eat it. There you go, little bluegill. That worm's pretty beat up. We'll throw it back on there. There's dinkers up shallow. There's no bigger ones up shallow yet that I've seen or caught. What the heck was that? There is something going on back here in this corner, something crazy. I think it maybe was a pike chasing some bait fish over here or something, but it was just a big splash. And the lake's flooded up enough that where it's splashing is there's actually somebody's dock that's their dock walkway that's flooded out right there. I might have to swing back over there and see if I can try to catch whatever's over there. Probably a pike or a bass, I'm assuming one of the two, chasing bluegill, or not bluegill, there's a bunch of minnows up shallow. There's some bluegills up shallow too, but not a lot. Dinkers. Dinkers. Just some dinkers. There's still some activity going on in that corner. I'm basically fishing this worm kind of like a Ned rig almost, I guess, just kind of bouncing it off the bottom, letting it sit for a few seconds. There's definitely fish up shallow, but there's not a lot of bigger fish I can see up shallow yet. Water temps over here is actually 59.62 degrees. So that's the warmest I've seen over here in this lake so far. It's almost 60 degrees over here. Guess this would probably be the north side of the cove, I do believe. There's a bunch of, looks like probably a bunch of bait fish up there, but might be something bigger chasing them too. There's nothing bigger up there chasing my worm, so let me swing over here to this corner really quick. Oh, I got my bobber rod out on the bottom with a double hook rig. Just letting it float around. I got her a little too shallow. A little too shallow. I had a bite. There's a nibble. Just my drag. I had it pretty loose there for a minute, thinking around with it. I did have a bite. I felt it. Maybe as the day goes on, they will start moving up shallow. More fish will start moving up shallow. Since it's 58 degrees right here at 3.5 feet. All I'm seeing are little bait fish swimming around over here. Right up here in this corner by the statue where that explosion was a few minutes ago. And there was a bunch of bait fish up there when I came through the first time. I landed right on that school of bait fish. Something's got it. Oh, something came off, whatever it was. Oh, there's a little bass over there in the corner. That's probably what it was. There's a school of little bass right over here behind me going the other direction. Yeah, it's a little teeny bass chasing that school of bait fish. I'm gonna swing around and going the other way. I had one on for a second, but I didn't realize it until it was too late. And by the time I realized and tried setting the hook, he was spitting it. So he, she, it, whatever. There's a bass. It went up and around. A pretty nice bass too. Oh, pileated woodpecker. I don't see him, but I sure could hear him. Where'd that bass go? It was a good sized bass too. It was bigger than the other ones I saw up close. There he is. I lost sight of him. There he goes. Oh, where did he go? Where did he go? He's going behind us. Yeah, as soon as he sees the bait we throw at him, he takes off. We're spooking him, spooking him, spooking him. We are in 4 feet of crystal clear water. He's going back the other way again. I tossed it in front of, I don't know if it's the same one or a different one, but he didn't want it either. Jeepers, dog. What are you doing back there? I don't know why it is, but every time we get in this kayak, she starts choking and hacking like a, I don't know, like she got a smoker's cough or something. There's something. Maybe a little dinky bass. Or a bluegill? Bluegill. A little bluegill. Alright, here we go. Pretty little guy. As we blow up onto the bank. I think I just hooked something I didn't want to hook up there. Yep. Oh, it came off. blowing up on. Now there's more bluegill up in here too. Now the wind picked up and blowing us right onto it. Alrighty, let's canker up here a little bit. Anchor up, hook her down. What was that? I thought it was some giant right there just taking off. Probably my imagination, but seemed like there was quite a few fish hanging out right over here. Little bass and bluegill. And all the bait fish. I'm hoping the wind will stop blowing me in. Got a bunch of debris on the hook again. It's just some nastiness around here. All the dead leaves on the bottom. Dead grass from last year. There's still a bunch of bait fish up there, but there's still a lot of nasty debris too. Yucky, mucky, gross stuff. Brown and nasty. I don't know where them bass went. They took off, they bailed out on me. Oh, there's a giant bass right there in front of me. I mean, like, probably a 2-pounder. Not a giant, but it'd be a hell of a ride in this ultralight. And he's just cruising by. So he might not be spooked from us yet. He's looking at it. He's looking at it. He's looking at it, but he's not attacking it. He's turned right towards us now, so he might see the kayak now. I don't know. I'm gonna bring it right across his nose. And nothing. Darn, he's a nice sized bass too. It'd be fun to catch him. Oh, I think he had it. And I pulled it right out of his mouth. It's right in front of him on the bottom, so I can't see him no more. You don't have the worm. Well, let's just show me that there's some bigger fish working their way up shallow in this corner. But I don't know where he went. He's probably still right over here somewhere though. I didn't see him blast out or nothing, so. Still don't see him, but I don't know where he went. Oh, I see him. Might have tickled his tail. Might have come back around to it though. I don't know. He didn't have it. He did not have it. Oh, he was coming after it. I was just swimming it. And he was coming right after it. Swim it right past his nose. It's just sitting there. Just hanging out. I think he might be going down to it. I'm not sure what's going on. I can see him right by where my bait's at. I don't think he's got it though. Huh. I'm not sure where he's at. I can't see him. There's too much ripple on the water now. I turned you guys on in hopes of catching your fish or landing that fish I had on, but I did not land it. And now I can't get another bite. I can catch a lot of debris though. That bass is right in front of me here. Put it right on his nose. He did not bite it. Ellie, hush, man. You're being silly. You're being silly. I know you're probably seeing the squirrels or something. She's seeing all kinds of movement. There's activity on the lake today. It's Sunday, so. Oh no. There are a couple geese honkering away. Bass is just laying right here in front, right off to my side, right up here. I'm going to drop it right in front of his nose. It's like inches from his nose. So that sparked him up a little bit. Now he's like, no way. No way. He's looking at it. It's a good sized bass. Sitting right next to his head. This goes to show you bass don't always bite when there's a bait right in front of them. He's got to be able to smell that worm. It's right off the tip of his nose. He don't want it though. He don't want it. Pretty much dropped it right on him that time. He didn't care. I got this big old bottom rig here. I'm gonna toss it in front of him. I put a bobber on these things because when you're casting out and your line's at an angle, A bobber will keep your line up straight and farther off the bottom. Yeah, you don't want nothing to do with anything worth tossing at the moment. He's probably spooked because of seeing us, so I don't blame him. I am going to entice him a little bit more, though. Oops, here's the squirrel. Chirping. We got 3 worms on there now. Let's toss it back in front of him. See what he does. He's still sitting there or laying there on the bottom. Just watched it swim right on by him. It's like right under his mouth right now. He's just sucking it up, tasting it. It's crazy. I might just move on. That's crazy, crazy, crazy. And he won't bite that. It's right on him. It's gonna fall right on him. He's already pretty smart. Son of a gun. Yeah, you don't want nothing to do with this. Oh, here comes a little bass after my worms. There, we went back. And here comes something else. Looks like a bluegill. That bass is just laying there on the bottom still. This day's been a disaster. Well, we caught a few fish, but they're pretty inactive, I guess you would say. Let me give this bass one more go. You don't want no more goes. He said he's had enough of me. There's a boatload of activity where my bait's at, but nothing's biting the hook yet. There's a bluegill on it, though, I think. Oh, I got something. Got something, folks. So I think the bluegill. Oh, he came off. Darn it. The bass has got his back turned to us now. Yeah, he wanted nothing to do with it. Pretty sure that bluegill just had a hold of the worm and not the hook. One of the 3 worms on there. Oh, I had another one taken off with it. There we go. Here comes that bass after that bluegill. The bass is chasing my bluegill. The bass is chasing the bluegill. He's got the bluegill. We hit it. Hey, there was a big old German Shepherd chasing geese. Oh, that bass is fired up, man. He's chasing that bluegill. I don't know if you guys can see it, probably not, but that bass is chasing the bluegill I got hooked on. Oh, let me get this bluegill to safety. And oh, it's a little pumpkin seed. Nice. Alright, biggest one of the day. Look at that one, folks. Beautiful. Ouch. There you go. Oh, sorry, buddy. I don't know where that bass went. I'll throw it to him again. He might be excited. He was chasing that bluegill, though. He wanted to hunk him a bluegill. He hit it twice. It was funny. I don't know where he went. Let's throw my worm back up there, though, see if we can catch another one of them bluegill. I don't know how many's up there, but I've had a few bites up there so far, so. Oh, there's that bass. He's right next to us, man. He is just right there. Checking. He knows we're here, so I'm sure he's not going to bite nothing I'm going to throw at him. He just swims right past our worms. I wonder if I threw that bluegill chatterbait by him, we'd bite that. I might have to try that here in a second. Okay, there's a small bass in front of us right here. Let's see if this guy will bite. Nope. He was like, heck no. I am outski. I don't know where the bigger one went. He disappeared, so I'm trying to catch whatever I can up here. There's a bunch of big fish up there. Wish I had my minnow trap, because I could trapping me a few. Got something after the worms right now. I think it's just a little bluegill, yeah. Sure gets the attention of the bass really quick, though. Flip. There's a little bit of sand if I'm trying to get up onto the sand. There's not so much weeds on the sand, so trying to get up on the sand is easier for the fish to see too. But I got something biting, and he took some of the worm, and I got it around the rod tip, around the rod. Oh man, Snagzilla. Seriously? Yep, it's in there pretty good too, I suppose. Hung up on a root, mud, all kinds of crap. Got the chatterbait rod back out because it seems like these bass are liking some bluegill activity. What am I hung on? A little teeny stick? Sure looks like it. Yep, just a little stick in the ground, the bottom up here. Yep. Oh man, there was tons of bass up here and all kinds of other stuff, and I can't get off the stupid thing. I don't know if you can see, there's a dock right there in the water. There was a couple bluegill across the dock. There was a bunch of bass I just spooked off. Gotta love that. One bass hanging out right there next to us. There goes that big bass right behind us. Holy cow, that thing is pretty big. The minnows are chasing the bait fish, and the bass are chasing the bluegill. There's that big bass. He's right behind us, man. Want nothing to do with that. Swam that worm right in front of his face and he didn't care. Lost my worm. Gulp on that thing. That bat is looking right at us. Not only does it keep getting into my hooks, it is now in my prop. This nasty debris. I can't get off this stupid. What? What? Huh? What? I know. I could catch another fish for the end of the video, I guess, but it's been kind of a slow day. Very slow day. There's that big bass just hanging out there. Gonna blow right into him again. Yeah. Better put my pedal drive back down so I can move without the paddle. That's a shame that fish won't bite because he's pretty good size. He's like, no, honky. I ain't biting that. Rolled the chatterbait right past its face and he didn't even flinch. Put another worm guy on here, and then try to catch another fish, and then we're gonna call it end of the video, I suppose. It's been a tough one. Weather's getting better though, so won't be long. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of them minnows. You can see them skirting across the top right here. Broke my finger. There's a little bass. Oh, a bluegill right there too, but I don't know where he went. Once they see you, the jiggy's out, man, that's for sure. You don't like to keep playing on the... You don't like to play when they know where you're at. They know what you are. Ooh, I had a bite. I think we lost our worm already. Yes, we did. Dang it. Oh, it's been a dinker. Lots of debris. A lot of minnows over here though. I gotta keep spinning in circles to play with the wind. It just wants to be unruly. Not letting me fish where I want to fish. No surprise there, I guess, right? A little column of fish down there. I think on a tree branch or something sticking up out of the bottom. Ooh, we are blowing in now. Oh yeah? Oh, had a bite. Had a bite. Going for a couple hours already. Oh, there's one. There's two more down there with it, or two more down there with them. Might be able to catch a few more fish here before the end of the day. Nice. Pumpkin seed. Another one was swimming away. There's a bass, but he's swimming away, so he ain't gonna bite, I don't think. He looked at it, but then he was like, nah. Didn't quite go where I wanted it to go, but that's the way it goes. That's why you can reel up and make another cast right in front of this bass. And he just instantly turned away from it. It's funny. I gotta catch one more of these bluegill up here and then we'll call it a day. just gotta figure out where them bluegill went back to, or where they're at. They went back up there somewhere. It's just a matter of casting to where they're at. 'Cause I can't see them. They's gone. I just trying to watch my line, feel for a bite. My line takes off or something. That's why I like that high vis mono, because you can usually see it pretty good. Especially if it's sunny. Looks like the red-winged blackbird's looking for some love this spring. Oh, I had a bite. The line was taken off to the left. There was a couple more decent ones up there that came out with the last one I caught, so it's just a matter of figuring out where they're at. I think I'm on that stick again I was on before. Yeah, I sure am. Got one more for the road. This little pumpkin seed. Pretty little guy. Of course, she's got the hook in there pretty good too. Gotta get out of this. Well, hold still, little fella. Can't get a hold of the hook. There we go. Oh, there he goes. I think that's gonna do it for the video, folks. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Share if you like. We'll be coming back for more later. Peace out, folks.